like that. I'm like that. Oh, my damn microphone. So I was like, quiet. I was gonna be quiet. Made his ass quick. 2 touchdowns and another fucking interception in the fourth quarter. I might not be able to get a game. Yeah. Watch the videos I sent you since you up watching shit. I know about something computer. No, because then you want to sit in a second and not look at it all. Just look at the shit, fuck. Girl, I don't give a fuck. You could have did it while you was at work.
70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. Oh, here in Baltimore. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Good job.
I don't know why the fuck they took the ball way out of the
20-yard line. First and 10.
What is that?
Now the first carry for King Henry. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Jackson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. So,
young dog turned into a young bull.
3rd and long.
Okay, let's go.
Now Jackson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. A throw on the run is complete. It's a big play there on 3rd down, but there is a marker down, and that is not a good sign for the offense.
Oh, he thought that shit was sweet. Let me get my yards back real quick.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground. A hit, and he has lost.
Oh, that should have been a 6.
And fortunately, one of his teammates downfield comes to his rescue and retains possession after the big play. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive. Second down, Jackson. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Jackson now. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven though, Mike.
Some of my
They
plays
got to
included
identify
to the
what went
halftime.
wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started. We're going to go play action now with Minshew. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
To the air on third down, it's Minshew. He's got a man. That's Myers. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So that'll do it for a fast. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Off the bootleg, it's Minshew. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Michael Mayer, the tight end, was targeted with that one. And third down coming up.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. He'll try and throw with Minshew. And he's into the end zone. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Hardy now with the return. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. To the 20. The speed on display. He's in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens. And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short because they're going to stay out and go for 2. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st down, here's Minshew. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And he'll be taken down at the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Minshew. He'll go right back to Myers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's a screen set up for Madison. And he will get into the end zone. Alexander Madison. Touchdown, Vegas. Carlson now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders will take a 14-6 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Hardy now with the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. No motion over Flowers. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Now he's free at the 35. And he will dive into the end zone. 72 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore.
The defense is good. They're not good. I don't say defense. Your offense is good. That's 2 plays. 2 runs right. It's my first run.
Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more. In motion comes Andrews. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's caught. They were chasing the points here in the half, but they got him. And we are tied. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff.
I didn't kick the touchdown.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone.
So this is my court that's plugged up in here? Just started working again out of nowhere? Can you get that to work? Shit, yeah. Oh, did it just work?
They'll start on the ground, and here's Madison. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
First play.
Minshew now to throw on 1st and 10. Open man. That's Trey Tucker.
First play.
And he will finally be taken down inside the 10-yard line. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. A short game, down to the 7. Now here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, it's Minshew. He's got his big tight end.
This is going to be a high-scoring game.
Touchdown, Las Vegas. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. And the kickoff's coming their way. Hardy now with the return. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. To throw is Jackson. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
Touch the ball.
One of the biggest differentiators for a lot of these defenders, Mike, is a lot of them can stay in tight coverage. But where the special guys separate themselves is what do they do once the ball is in the air? They almost turn into offensive players with their ability to track it. And this is a great example here why.
He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Raiders are out in front. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here comes Amir Abdullah on the return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
How do they always start that?
The drive starts with a run by Madison. He'll work forward to the 40-yard line. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play. Minshew out of the pistol here. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Raider first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
I didn't even see the balls, man. I was doing my work.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Throwing again is Minshew. And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it off.
Fucking live.
To the 20. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The offense trying to extend the lead, but the defense, not only the takeaway, but Greg, the pick 6, and they can tie this thing up.
Yeah, and this game has been in the balance the entire way, and now for this defense to come up with this pick 6, they've got a decision to make now, finding themselves down by 1 here in the second half.
From the gun, Jackson. That is incomplete. They were trying to take the lead, but they're going to remain down by a point. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return is Dylan Laube. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return.
That is it.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On play action, here's Minshew. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a 1st down. On 1st down, a run with Madison. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. From the gun, here's Minshew. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers.
Good shit.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position.
Still got to make the first play a touchdown.
That catch and carry, what an ability
Don't
for
think
your
I
tight
forgot
end to
about
take it to the
that.
house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're
called
seeing
the
so many tight
Vinny
ends around the
George
league
now.
who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This is fielded inside the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Divine Diablo there to make the play. Jackson now on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
This pains me to say, so wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down and more. It'll wind up a gain of 5 on 4th and 2.
I remember early in my career, Mike, this was only just starting to kind of become in vogue. Receivers would maybe get a few carries a year at most. Now, it's become commonplace throughout the NFL, and watching these results, I kind of get it. I wish we had gotten them involved as runners maybe a little bit sooner.
And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Oh, no.
Here's 2nd and 9.
That's not too good. Did too. That's a lot. 13.
In motion comes Andrews. Now the Ravens use their 1st timeout. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. Now a shot here, deep middle.
That was supposed to be over.
The middle and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Epps.
Okay.
And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
Now Madison. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Minshew. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he's going to have the Raiders' 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down.
Big gainer.
To the air once more is Minshew. Here's a screen set up for Abdullah. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run Abdullah. He's to the 10. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1. Now it is 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. The shotgun, a throw from... Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And an important gain there as they move out past the 20-yard line. In the pistol, Jackson ready. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. 17 yards as they hook up again and pick up the 1st.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end. A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that play before it started. It's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And If they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. Again, it's Jackson. A throw on the run is complete.
It seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him.
Play they need. They surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To the air one more time with Jackson. A lot of chances on that one. It was
in space. Allow him to run after the catch. Because right now, these downfield passes.
And he holds on to it here as he's out of bounds. That's a yard or 2 shy of the line of scrimmage. Therefore, that's a sack.
He's holding on to this ball for a while. He's trying to wait for someone to uncover. But eventually, he just runs out of time, Mike. And that actually is going to go down as a sack. And it'll bring up 4th down.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Back to throw, Jackson. That's going to be caught. And this is not going to do it. The defense.
Believe we back in business. This is highly recommended. This all of my pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here, the flight attendant.
Yeah, I've been around the world and and seen them.